All right, I'm Terry Carter with the Terry Carter team here in Nashville, Tennessee with Compass Real Estate.
And I'm Rayshawn Reeves with the Terry Carter team, also here in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right, Rayshawn is a broker on the team, does an outstanding job today. We're just sitting here talking about what's happening in real estate and what we're seeing.
Seeing a lot's happening. I mean, it's a new year. I think a lot of buyers are getting that itch, ready to scratch, ready to scratch because these rates, we're still trying to see what they're doing. But I think a lot of factors right now is, hey, rates are coming down and buyers are kind of ready to get in that. All right, I'm off the fence. Let's go ahead and look at some houses. Have you been seeing that?
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm getting a lot more people calling me on my listings and a lot of buyer activity. And that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. One thing I am concerned about is what may happen if the rates start coming down and how fast they come down. I think I spoke with a lender, a good friend of mine, Craig Stubbe with Chase. Shout outs to Craig. He's here in Nashville. You need to get a loan officer. Talk to Craig. We had a conversation and it talked about, let's say the rates come down. Rates come down, and if the rates come down to, let's say we get lucky, we even start getting in the fives. We start getting the fives. Someone like me who has a 3.25 interest rate on my home is something in the fives going to be enough to cause me to get off the fence and sell a home? And more than likely not. Depending on if you got, what are the D's they call? What do they call them?
Divorce, degrees, diamonds, diapers, defaults, and what they say, de-relocation.
So unless something like that's happening, it may cause someone not to really want to sell their home. So what will end up happening is there's going to be another imbalance of supply versus demand. You're probably going to have way more buyers out there because at that point, what's going to happen is the buyers who were looking and the rates had shot as high as 8-9%, 6 is going to sound like a steal, right? 5 is going to sound like I better buy something while it's low. Yeah. So what happened is we already have a supply shortage of homes that are out there. So when the rates come down, we will possibly go back into a market where we're going to be seeing multiple offers again. The selling concessions can go away.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I literally just said this the other day on social media to another investor in North Carolina, but they were talking about, like, with these rates coming down, they're starting to see multiple offers again. And I said, I think going to the spring market with lower interest rates, if we get to that 5%, because I think that, being in real estate, I know you've been doing it for a long time, but being in real estate for the short amount of time that I've been in here, 5% seems generally to be a fair rate. I think most people would agree, okay, if I'm getting a 5% interest rate, I don't feel like it's too high. It's not too low like the 2 or 3s that people were just cramming for. But 5%, I think a lot of people will get off the sidelines, and you're going to start seeing more and more multiple offer situation, and a lot more, I would probably say, big investors come back too, because a lot of them have even pulled back their buying because money is more expensive right now. And for sellers, it's going to be a great thing because your property is going to become more valuable, because now the buyer can actually afford to pay a higher price for it, and they're going to have to pay a higher price for it if there's multiple offers. So it could be a little bit of a win-win scenario for some buyers, but a lot of buyers might miss out on homes that they could have probably got a couple months earlier if they decided to shop and then refinance, because you can always refinance if you keep your stuff together. So
yeah, and I think just me, this will be my 19th year in real estate, and I've seen a lot happen in different markets, but I've learned so much over the last 3 or 4 years that a lot of stuff got crammed in there that we had not seen before, that we had never thought we would see. But I think, just my personal opinion, first of all, let's say we're just throwing 5 out there. There's no way are we saying rates going to go to 5%.
We don't know.
It's
not a crystal ball.
I should have.
Yeah.
But we're just kind of throwing some numbers out there to you guys, kind of get you thinking, like, what ifs happen.
We're not quoting rates.
Not at all. Remember that. So what I definitely think can possibly happen here is that I think some people may have missed the window. I think the last 6 months, when rates were really, really climbing and we were in a rising rate environment, that was the time for the buyers to possibly get some seller concession, some price off cost on. I had lots of buyers buyers who bought new construction, wow, they got some deals.
Got a deal.
But as this thing turns around, some of those concessions, you can guess in the next 2 to 3 months, you're going to start seeing stuff go away. So if you are a buyer who on the fence waiting on foreclosures and short sales and things of that nature, there's going to be a change because a lot of buyers have so much equity in their home. If they bought a home prior to the last 3 years, they're still sitting on quite a bit of equity.
A lot of it.
Yeah. So if they're sharp, they're not going to just sell their home cheap.
Unless they have to. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Like, let's say those deeds that we talked about earlier, that's the only way that I see a lot of them. Because what I found in the past year or so with some listings that it eventually didn't sell, they was like, hey, there wasn't enough motivation because they like, if I'm not getting the offer that I want, I got too much equity, I'll just refinance, I'll just take out a HELOC, and I'll just wait until the market gets to the price that I'm willing to sell at.
So I think I just want to give you guys an idea of what we think might happen in the next few months. We're going into the spring selling season. So if you're thinking about selling your home, you make sure you want to reach out to us if you're in Middle Tennessee, and let's talk about what could possibly happen. So we do a little bit of forecasting and just get on the front end of what it might take to sell your home. Because if it's going to be a good time to sell your home, we want to be able to advise you whether that is or not. We are, like I said, we don't have a crystal ball, but we do have just enough knowledge to be dangerous.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, we've sold hundreds of homes, and we look forward to helping someone you know. So keep us in mind. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube, depending on where you saw this video. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.